Thanks.
Let's talk about this now with our panel. Leslie Marshall, syndicated radio talk show host and Fox News contributor. Ed Martin is president of the Eagle Forum, former chairman of the Missouri State Republican Party, and author of The Conservative Case for Trump. All right, welcome to you both. It's a busy morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right, news breaking literally minute by minute here. You heard Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer say not a long time ago, live, first of all, he's asking for the Attorney General to resign. Secondly, he wants some kind of independent investigation. And if it doesn't happen automatically, Ed, he says it is time for Republican leaders to step up on the Hill, give these laws some tougher fangs, essentially, and make sure that an independent prosecutor is brought in for just this kind of situation.
Well, listen, I mean, first of all, it's typical Schumer overreach. I mean, you caught it. He called for the resignation of a cabinet member who just got confirmed. It's outrageous of Schumer to do. It's classic sort of left-wing destabilizing of government, and he should be embarrassed. He should be backed way off. Now, look. What we have is a senator now confirmed as Attorney General who is, by all accounts, an honest, decent guy. There was a political process that elected a president, got us here. If there's a moment where there needs to be recusal, we can expect that to happen, just like Loretta Lynch did when she got herself caught in a box. Now, she got her caught in an ongoing investigation. But politics that happen in an election we have to let the results stand for themselves and go forward. So this is typical Schumer, and it's not going to amount to much. I think we just need to keep going forward. The Justice Department has a lot of work to do to get things under control.
All right, Leslie, I want to get you a bit of the White House's reaction to it. It says this is the latest attack against the Trump administration by partisan Democrats. Right. General Sessions met with the ambassador in an official capacity as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, which is entirely consistent with his testimony. We talked to Congressman Mac Thornberry last hour. He is the chair of the House Armed Services Committee and says he has these meetings with ambassadors all the time.
Right.
Leslie.
It's not that he met with the ambassador. There are a couple of issues here. First of all, he lied under oath, not only to his colleagues, but to the American people. And he is the head of all law enforcement for the United States.
He was being, let's make this clear. He was being asked in the context of whether or not there was, contact between the Trump campaign and Russian officials. So, Leslie, just, he gave the answer he gave, and he's going to have to explain that. But just so folks have the context of how he answered, let's let Leslie answer.
Okay.
Thank you. With regard to what he said, he didn't have a recollection of the meeting. With regard to what was discussed in the meeting, there are no notes. They don't know where any notes are, if any were taken. And we can't just take his or anyone's word for it. And I say this as an American, not as a Democrat, because the American people, the overwhelming majority, so say the polls, want to know if Russia was involved in our elections and any tampering in our elections. They don't want it to happen in the future. And Ed, you fully know that if this were a Democratic president, and in a Democratic regime, if you will, in Washington, you guys would be calling for this as well. This is not about left and right. This is about right and wrong. And I feel that a recusal from the Attorney General is the minimum at this point, especially with anything regarding Russia, with any investigation that's ongoing with the FBI.
And we're hearing that from people on both sides of the aisle. Unfortunately, we're out of time with all the breaking news. But Leslie and Ed, good to see you both. Thank you for weighing in.
Thank you.
So